Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blue Chip Drip Live. We got a great show lined up today. But let me start off by saying that we are not professional, certified, bona fide financial planners or concierges, and nothing that we're discussing should be misconstrued as a financial recommendation as what you should do with your hard-earned money. All investments carry some risk in some way, shape, form, or another. That includes crypto. So make sure you do the proper research, investigating, and studying so you can make the best decision possible. At the end of the day, we're all solo players and we're responsible for our actions. Today on the show, we have Peter, the crypto arborist, been in crypto 3.5 years, a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, has been lead admin on several projects, huge asset in our community, and I've been leaning on him a lot myself for different type of strategies and technical advice and all that good stuff. Peter, what's going on, brother man?
Oh, hey man, you picked the great and best word for a Friday afternoon. Don't get it misconstrued, y'all. This is not financial advice. I love that. I absolutely. Oh my God, the man, the myth, the legend. His head is shining. It's on a Friday. Mr. Millions is in the house.
Fresh shave, brother.
Fresh shave, sir.
I like to be unfashionably late.
Hey, we were going over the word of the day called misconstrued, and in from the South, I kind of hold that called misconstrued. So
Nice, I like it.
Oh my
prepare
goodness.
yourself for random, Mr. Millions.
And
What's my audio like? I've been having some serious gremlins in the system today.
There's no gremlins in there, sir. Don't get it misconstrued. You're good.
That sounds good, yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
You're
Okay.
fine as frogs here, so you're good.
yeah,
was the
we got you,
question?
Lima Charlie, brother.
What was that, brother?
I said we got you, Lima Charlie, loud and clear.
Love that. I love that. I should know that. Yeah. How are we all doing? I've got my new mug here. I don't know if you can see that. Read that the right way around.
Don't go in the water. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, a friend of ours
Amity
just got
Island.
back from Universal Studios 50th year anniversary of the best film ever made, Jaws.
Are the beaches open this weekend?
Well, they will be. They'll be open on the 4th of July. Rest assured.
Hey, I'll tell you, man. I'm already in one good passive play book and book USD. And if I got to put another one on there, man, I'm going to need a bigger boat. So, Millions, you know about book USD too, man. That's a steady income beast. And we're going to talk about another steady income beast today called Bitnest.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, bro. Yeah, Bitnest, we've all, following off of what you just said, and guys, most of you, this man needs no introduction. Millions, no longer drip millions, just millions, correct? Or true millions? Make sure I get it right. Millions.
Friends.
A legend and myth in the space of, he's been in many projects. He's got great strategies, and I've leaned on him for knowledge for years, and certainly glad to have him aboard and going to enjoy talking about Bitnest with him as well. Real impressed by the research you did in a short period of time and able to lay it down to the community, and one thing I realize is most everyone that's watching this stream today, we're all part of the same community, and we've all been through some serious setbacks here in the last few months, regardless of whose fault it was, what happened. At the end of the day, we've gone through this, but the ability to stay on track and look for other avenues to keep moving towards our goal, that takes a lot of discipline, and most of us have done it. And I'm thankful that the other friends and peers in the community, LCM and Tommy Hoosier, Mike Dwyer, spearheading this, the Bitnest team, doing an awesome job of researching. I mean, if you're out there and you're in the Bitnest Collective Growth Telegram and you want to see some deep research, go in there and look at what Mike's posting daily, and that'll help you, make your decision if you feel BitNest is a good project for you to enter and to grow your position. And can't say enough about it. And I think personally, on my side of the table, or the way I view it, is BitNest, as we know. Now I'm gonna share my screen here real quick. Ooh, let's go right here.
Chip, let me ask you a question, man. Have you ever had a simulcast going on before?
No, I haven't.
So we just set a record on your channel today because we got this thing going everywhere. It's
Is
on
that right?
X, it's on YouTube. It is everywhere.
So
Millions
you guys
just put his game face on, so it's serious.
Oh yes.
So
I'm
you
just,
guys can see.
Go on, brother. So I'm just thinking out loud. You
No,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I'm just fiddling with
No,
something.
you're the
Nothing.
guest of honor, man. You're the guest of honor. You go ahead and say what you're going to say,
No, I
bro.
was just looking at my StreamYard, and I've come in as a guest, and it's asking me to log in. So if I can get this stream to my channel as well, I'll do that.
Oh, great.
At the moment, I don't think it is. So I'll work on that. Yeah.
It'll be recorded, worst case scenario, and you'll be able to send it out.
Yeah,
But just a brief overview of BitNest, guys. Awesome project. It's autonomous. No human intervention, and autonomy. The BitNest ecosystem built around smart contract and NFT technologies, which are fully autonomous, eliminating the influence of human factors. Immutability. The algorithm is stored on the blockchain, so no one, not even the creators of BitNest, can intervene, cancel, or alter your transactions. Smart contracts run on the blockchain, and transaction records are stored on the blockchain, allowing anyone to view them at any time. This ensures fair conditions and reliable statistics that you can trust. Full automation. BitNest does not store your assets. All assets are fully stored on the blockchain, with assets automatically moving between participants and contracts. YouTuber I like following. I think he's I don't know if he's out of the Ukraine. Sergio, I know his name's Sergio, and forgot his last name. I apologize, but I like the way he said it. BitNest is just a mirror of what what's happening in the blockchain, is how he refers to it. I thought that was pretty cool. As we all know, our funds aren't stored in BitNest. It goes straight to the blockchain, and when it comes back, it comes from the blockchain to us. Speaking of which, all transaction operations are automatically executed by smart contracts constrained by predefined rules and conditions. Once these conditions are met, the contract automatically performs the corresponding actions. Decentralization. No one, not even the creators of the code, can modify the operation of any BitNest smart contracts. So here we go.
I'll tell you, Chip, what's really nice about this platform is it's just so easy to operate. That's what's so easy. That's what's so nice about this.
Oh, exactly. I don't know why Millions keeps falling off.
He was getting his background straight.
Oh, and there's Big T. And
yo, where's everybody at?
What's happening, bro?
Where's everybody at?
Oh man. You're breaking up on us. Yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm trying.
I tell you what, while Millions is getting his stuff straight, I'm going to show Say hello to everybody in the chat. What's going on, Tony, my lady? And Bizzo Counoir, what's going on, my friend? Glad to see you in the chat.
Bizzo.
Absolutely.
Man, last time I saw Bizzo, he was asleep. He slept 3 days straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
D. Maxon. Yeah, guys, you know, we agree with you. I mean, we're all on the same sheet of music here with the PC. But, you know, right now, you know, my thing is you only have so much emotional energy in the day, and you only have so much time. Time is money. Hopefully things pan out. Nothing I can do about it. But with a project like BitNest and from the research we've looked at and going to be talking about, I feel in a very, very short amount of time, I can redeem myself to where I was when those projects were running, and even do better, seeing how we're getting double ARs and we locking our money up for a shorter period of time. And what I like about this situation, they're saying, yes, we do have an MLM component, if you want to call it that.
Whoa, Chip.
Yo,
Chip,
can you hear me?
Yeah, his
Chip,
signals.
we gotta use different language to lock up your money. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. That's a bad
locking
word.
up,
Well, you know, you get
put our
people
money
that
in circulation and get it back, baby.
yeah, my comment with that is you get people, you know, saying, hey, it's an MLM or whatever. And I just respond and say, yeah, but all rewards are verified and allocated on the front end. Blockchain's got it covered, but you don't have to sign anybody up if you want to make money in this project. You don't have to sign the first person up. You can just work your strategy like a lot of folks are doing.
I think something that's key in this is to know that there is single day options. There's also options to where your money's not locked up. Because I can tell you this, between BitNest and the other project that I'm in, there's no lockup needed. The APRs are outstanding. They're a beast. And it's just when you have that type of freedom in a project, I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey,
Absolutely.
Can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. Yeah, I just did a quick restart just to hopefully get rid of those gremlins that were messing with me. So I think we're good.
You're at the Purple Beach now, sir. You're good.
Lovely. Beautiful. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Those damn gremlins.
I know, mate. I know. They're terrible over here in the UK. They're super miserable as well.
Hey, good to see you, Millions.
And you, brother. And you. It's great to be on here. Sort of. I'm glad you're able to move the live for me a little bit. I know I'm an awkward sort of time zone here compared to everyone else. I do appreciate it, boys.
No, I appreciate you, bro. That's nothing but a thing, baby. I was just picking up where I left off.
I missed the intro. Who's the other guy in here?
Peter the
Who's the other guy in here? Ah, Peter. I see your name all the time,
man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
You know what I was saying. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay with you there, Big T.
Yeah, that cellular's gonna give him fits, you know.
But like I was saying,
yeah, I'm in the car driving.
Anyways, on BitNest, just my short version, how I perceive it, and I'll let you guys give their spin on it. You know, in what we've all been through, you know, pretty much regardless of the situation, you know, getting drilled up the keister with no Vaseline, no spit, no nothing. And bro, at least never mind. Anyways, BitNest, totally transparent. You can track your money all the way into Pancake Swap, once it gets into Pancake Swap, they're using it as they see fit. They may pair it with other people's money. So, but when it comes back, you can track it from Pancake Swap, from what I understand, to the BSC Smart Chain, then the MetaMask or Rabby, whatever it is. But the other thing I like about it is, man, I don't know what happened. The other thing I like about it is the fact that all rewards, your rewards, the downline rewards, are verified and allocated on the front end. And there's no re-entry keys. So that, and I wanted Big T to be on here because he did some continued research on Pancake Swap. But, you know, for me, you say, okay, you know, Pancake Swap been around for 5 years. If I'm not mistaken, they're the largest DEX on Binance Smart Chain. Billions of trade volume every month. I think I'm close on that quote. So yeah, that leaves you one fight. You now we're all gun shy. So we've got these questions. What's the risk? What's the risk? And that would be, well, what if Pancake Swap got hacked like Cetus, which I believe anybody can get hacked. Big T has some deeper research and information on Pancake Swap that's pretty bullish. And hopefully he pops back on. He must have passed through a bad area. But Millions, I was real impressed with your video and the in-depth research that you did. How do you feel about this stuff I just said? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I heard about this protocol about 3 weeks ago. I think you guys were both DMing me saying you have to check this out. And you know, being a dad with a 2-year-old, it sometimes takes me a little longer to research things than it used to. But when I got my head down and started really looking into it, I was impressed, and I like the fact that there isn't any human intervention in it. I know it's a sad thing to say. You know, in general, I like to support human jobs. You know, if I go to the supermarket and there's a human till, I'll use the human till. But unfortunately, in DeFi, we've all experienced, in one way or another, humans effing everything up. So when I heard that there was no human intervention, it was all done on immutable, decentralized smart contracts. That obviously really, you know, kind of pricked up my attention, and I started to look a little bit deeper into it. And even though, you know, as I said before, I've got trusted people around me saying, you know, you've got to look at this, I still want to try it out for myself. I want to understand how it all works, because, you know, I have 5% degen, but I'm still 95%. I try to be as knowledgeable about what I'm doing as possible before I, you know, stick some money in. And so the fact that you can get in with literally $1 just to try things out, the first thing I did was I put $1 in on a 1-day loop just to see what happened and see how it all worked. And then I stuck $10 in the saving box and then withdrew it straight away because I wanted to see that I could do that. And then I got onto the fact that I could track my deposits all the way from my wallet to the Bitnest smart contract into the Pancake V3 pool. And once I realized I could do that, then obviously my confidence went way up. So I stuck a decent bag in. But yeah, the lack of human intervention, the fact that even the developers, the founders can't change the code, it's immutable, was a big selling point for me personally. So yeah, that's kind of where I was going with my video. I wanted to highlight a little bit of it is different to other stuff. And I think a lot of people got PTSD in DeFi at the moment. And I totally get that. I have as well to some degree, which is why it took me 3 weeks to get into this, because I wanted to know how it all worked before chucking any money at it, you know? So right. I do have my DeFi portfolio. I have my other portfolios, but even with DeFi, I'm being extra careful these days about where I put money. And the less human interaction, the more automated it is, and especially as you said, everything's paid on the front end. Then I like to see where it's going. I just like to. It's making me a bit of a control freak. Everything that's happened recently. So I think it's fair to say a lot of people are probably feeling the same way. But yeah, that's kind of where I wanted to go with the recent video. So it's had a really good reception. So I'm pleased about that.
So that link right there in the comments, Chip, is a link to his video.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Big T, before you dropped off a little bit, I was going over our conversation from this morning, saying, okay, there's no owner, it's immutable, no reentry keys, real world utility pancake swap. Now we're looking, what is the risk? What is the risk? And the major risk for me would be like, well, what if it gets hacked like Sadis got hacked? And you went into explaining the magnitude of pancake swap, the multitudes of different venues in which they use our funds. And you said you had some bullish research. And you feel like sharing that with us?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what kind of delay we're on, but hopefully you guys are getting this clean, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great now. It's great.
Okay, good. I was out in the sticks. But one of the things we got to realize is we're not dealing with like what we were dealing with. Everybody knows about the projects that are on pause right now of central entities, human intervention, like Millions was talking about. We're dealing with the second largest DEX in all of crypto. And if you don't need to take my word for it, you can go to ChatGPT. You can go to, I even like an AI that's even better than ChatGPT. Everybody write this one down. Perplexity.ai. It's even cleaner and better than ChatGPT. And you just ask it, what are the largest is pancake swap. So we're dealing with the second largest DEX in all of crypto with pancake swap. I was just talking to Mike Dwyer this morning, and pancake swap does over $96 billion. Uniswap does $106 billion per month or something like that. It's crazy. And so we've got that. Number two, I asked Perplexity, what are the weaknesses of pancake swap? And it basically came back talking about how secure they are. Let me grab my sheet. Hang on a second.
Oh, that's the
Pardon
old
me
school
while I
right
go.
there, man.
Pardon me while I go claim my savings box rewards. You can get them whenever you want. No human needed. Right, Millions?
Yeah, you haven't got to send any messages to customer services to get your money back.
Hell no.
No, you just tap it. Hopefully you're using a ledger. You just tap a few buttons on your ledger and it's back.
There are two
exactly
things
how
I'm
it
involved in. Neither one needs a freaking human involved ever.
Right. It's humans that
Exactly.
pick things up. Yeah.
Oh, look at Big T.
So how secure is pancake swap? It's open source and audited code. They've been audited by Certic, PeckShield, and ShowMist with at least 9 to 18 security audits covering most of all the features. They're multi-sig and time-locked. They have bug bounty programs for people to try to hack them. And they have anti-flash loan protection. And I asked Perplexity, I said, so again, give me the vulnerabilities of anything, any hacks that have happened to pancake swap. And it came back and said the only past security issue they had was back in 2021. And so in 2021, some hackers got a hold of the DNS code and created a superficial website face to PancakeSwap, and were tricking people into logging into it, but they still couldn't hack PancakeSwap. So what did Pancake do? They immediately responded by changing their DNS servers from GoDaddy and moved them over to Cloudflare and secured it all up. And they've never had an issue since 2021.
So what you're saying is they never got it misconstrued. Friday word of the day.
Yeah, exactly. So
Bad
I mean,
dad jokes all day long, sir. I even got a smile out of the secret agent of crypto down there.
Man, that was some cool info, Big T. Appreciate that, man.
That is cool.
yeah, I mean that's the information I'm digging for, because after all this PTSD, it's funny that you use that a million, because when exactly, I said, damn, we all got PTSD.
Well, I mean, these are extenuating circumstances. Somebody can justify having PTSD now. I feel bad calling people soy boys right now, so I'm trying not to use the term too much.
Well, Chip, I'm going to tell you, man,
it-
just to interject from an everyday person on this. Go ahead, Millions.
I said everyone just needs a cuddle right now.
Yes, just
That's
a group
right, that's
hug. And how do you do that group hug on a Friday without getting it misconstrued? It's called no human intervention. Because on this, in BITNest,
That's right.
man, if I needed any of these funds that are in the savings box, I can pull it out right now. And I can tell you this also, the other projects that I invest in, BitNest is a tool to generate you more funds to DCA into your other favorite projects as well. Because I can tell you this, what you see right here, I will be buying more of this using BitNest as my tool to DCA into it. So that's the future on that.
That's right. I mean, I've been in crypto since 2009. And I can tell you, it was always about crypto like a stock until DeFi came around, and then there's still all these people I know that are just now getting into crypto, and they're still doing it like 2009 to 19. And they think of it as a stock, and that's all they're doing in crypto. And they sit there, and every time I talk to them, they're like, what do you think XRP is going to do? You think Bitcoin's going to go back to 50,000? I don't know. Should I stay in XRP or should I take my profits? I'm like, quit having the anxiety over these stocks. Get into something like BitNest that pays you daily, monthly. Your money's at very little risk or a very short period of time. Take the profits and buy that shit and quit worrying about it.
Well,
Yeah,
I got another one for you to not get it misconstrued. Is take your XRP, take your BNB, transfer it over to the BNB network on BTCB, and borrow against it. Go into BitNest and then go back into your favorite projects. There, I didn't get it misconstrued either.
You said it pretty good.
Oh, I thought he just gave me the finger. He was trying. What'd you do to me?
Now, how do you get your XRP over to BNB?
XRP has a contract on BNB.
How do you get your XRP over to Binance?
Millions. You can talk about that.
Yeah, how did I do it? I'm just trying to remember if I bridged it or if I just swapped it out for BNB on PancakeSwap. I've got some on PancakeSwap because I remember I used it in the book farms when they were farming, like when it first started. So I had to have my XRP on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm trying to remember what I did now.
I sent mine to crypto.com and then I was able to send it to MetaMask. And then what I did is the ones that I chose to borrow against, I used Venus, and then I was able to go into both projects, this one and also the book token. So both of those, I was able to invest in those on funds that I borrowed against. So yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, and once you learn these strategies in BitNest, unbelievable. And it's not, and
The other thing as well is if I mean, Bitnest has been running for over 2 years now, which is all verifiable. If people get a good enough position where they're being paid out well enough come the next bear market, then having that stream of stable coins to buy up super cheap Bitcoin, super cheap altcoins could be a really strong position as well. Just to think, people are normally looking for funds to buy the dips in the bear market. Well, if you've got a good position in a stablecoin generating protocol, then of course you're in a very good position when the bear market comes around.
yes,
That's where the millionaires are made, right? In the bear market.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Just to pick you guys' brains, do you like, if I try to use a credit card on crypto.com to buy crypto, it'll let me with a debit card, but it won't let me with a credit card. And same
correct.
with Coinbase. Do you know of any on-ramps that will let you use a credit card, not a debit card? I mean, debit card, but also a credit card.
Maybe MoonPay, something like that.
Well,
They're
I
gonna
can
use
speak to that because
Mercurial
I've been trying like
Transact.
hell. I tried all of them: Mercurial, Transact, MoonPay. It all comes down to your bank, and my bank is Chase. And I called them today, and I said, "Hey, what are the restrictions on purchases with my credit card?" Instead of going, "Hey, can I crypto with my card?" And told me, "Oh, normal."
Yeah, you might have to repeat all of that, big guy.
Hey, Drip. I call that Steve's.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you just came out of the canopy.
Yeah, you might have to repeat everything because we couldn't hear any of it.
Where did I lose you?
The whole thing.
You lost
Can
us
you hear
at
me now?
Rule.
Yeah, I can hear you perfect now. Say it all again real quick before we lose you again.
Okay, here it is. I called Chase Bank, who's my bank, with my credit card. I said, "Hey, can I make a purchase? Or what are my restrictions on purchases?" Instead of just asking them, "Can I buy crypto?" And they said, "Oh, normal purchases are fine. However, any monetized purchases like crypto are restricted." And I go, "Okay." So I can't buy anything with my credit card. All credit cards through Chase Bank have a restriction, regardless of personal or business, unsecured or secured. They will not allow crypto transactions with a credit card with Chase.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think they're doing the same thing in the UK. They're pretty much banning people from using credit cards, as far as I'm aware, to buy crypto. They don't want people exiting the system with the funds. And I don't know. I think the UK particularly and the EU are getting really, really bad for crypto holders, really bad. So yeah, I'm pretty certain you can't do it with a credit card anymore. Most of the major exchanges won't allow it.
Wow.
well, I wonder, can you draw off your credit card to Cash App and then buy crypto with Cash App like that?
I mean, you could withdraw cash to your bank from your credit card and pay with a debit card, I guess.
Yeah.
If you can do a cash transfer or something from a credit card to a debit card, and then buy
Yeah,
it that
see,
way.
I got a $68,000 business credit card, zero balance, and I just wanted to take out 35, get to my 50 number, be making 12 grand a month with a $1,000 a month credit card payment, pay that bad boy off in 8 to 9 months, putting 4,000 back against it and be done. But can't do it.
Well, just there's always a way, you know. You'll figure it out. You might want to get with some of those cartel guys, man. They're good at finding yourself a mule or a Smurf.
Oh, hell yeah.
That way.
I just want to keep my arms and legs if the thing goes south.
Just go to Ciudad de Leon. Just ask somebody on the street, say, I need a mule, man. I need a mule and a Smurf. They'll set you up, man.
Yeah.
But cool. I mean, right now, you know, just I've kind of been busy more like you guys researching, you know, the stability of BitNest and starting to build my position out. But I'm kind of doing the same strategy I've done with everything else. But I mean, I'm sure there's some better strategies out there than what I'm doing. You guys.
Well, there's two different strategies, man, that I've heard that are kind of basic. Some people are putting one lump sum in it and rotating it 28 days. Some people, which this is my personal strategy, I want to have cash available every day. So I'm doing 28 individual loops to where if I need the cash that day, I'll use it. And if I don't need it, I'll rotate it back in again. And then there was another person, they floated, I think it was $5,000 into the savings box. And on the days when they don't need the individual payouts from the savings box, they start a 28-day loop with that to keep all the cash flowing. So that's kind of how they've been floating it around.
Man, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be my next area of research, really. I haven't thought too much about strategies outside of the loop. So I've got like a couple of 14 days going. I've got a 28-day going. And I've also got a bit in the savings box as well. But I haven't thought about, I know I was talking to Peter earlier on one of our private chats. And yeah, we were talking a little bit about we were talking about a number of things that we definitely can't talk about on this stream, but we were talking a bit about strategy, weren't we, as well? And that's an area that by the time I do my next video, I think I'm going to be a bit more versed in.
Yeah, Millions and I actually have a 4-part series coming up where we're going to take each component of BitNest and have a discussion about it, put it on the screen and talk about it. And then that way we can really break things down. But I can tell you this, really and truly, to kind of float over BitNest at a 30,000 foot altitude, it's some people are in it solo. Some people are in it to allow them to DCA into other things as well. For instance, my 83-year-old mother who's in crypto, she has another project she wants to buy into. So she took a larger amount and she simply did a 14-day loop so she can buy into the other project. So that was her personal strategy on it. So, I mean, there is so much you can do with this platform. It's unbelievable.
Hey guys, yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I'm glad your mom is still active, and you know, after everything that surpassed, so she's excited about this stuff as well.
Yeah,
that's great. I want to say hello to Bob Parsons, man. He's been putting out some good Zooms. He's a big leader, right there with Mike. I think he might be above Mike, but I mean, we're all equal here. But far as in the scheme of things, but he's a awesome leader, veteran insurance agent, like I hope to be one day. Good job, Bob. Keep up the good work. I also, real quick, so I don't forget, guys, I wanted to give a big shout out to my team for breaking 100,000 in circulation in less than a month. And I got a little, they earned a honorary dance from the Cuckoo Girls. So I'm going to show that
millions?
I'm going to show that real quick if you guys. All right.
So do they get any royalties, Chip?
Man, they're getting views, man. I'm driving people to their channel. I always say in my description, thank you for allowing me to support your channel. Hell, I wish people were out there, pumping my channel out there like that. Well,
Are they turning around and pumping yours?
I would like to think so, but I don't know.
Well, pumping on a Friday. Don't get it misconstrued.
Yeah, exactly.
Cover many millions ears.
Yeah, he's in bed. Don't worry about him.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Yeah, I saw that one video where he was raising hell, boy.
Oh yeah,
you put out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, there's been many times I've had to restart videos because of just mayhem, just mayhem. He's almost 2, so he's a real handful in a good way, but he's a real handful. He's an absolute beast. He eats like 2 whole eggs for breakfast. He's not even 2 yet.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he's a little monster.
Man, enjoy it while it lasts.
Hey, millions. I just had my 2. I'm an old fart compared to you, millions, and I just had my 2 grandkids. We watched them. Me and my wife watched them for a week. They're 2.5 and 1.5. I never saw so much food go in 2 little humans.
Right?
Yeah.
Those little suckers were eating half a bag of mini pancakes and 2 eggs apiece, and bowls of fruit. And I'm like, holy cow! And then they're walking around all day, drinking juices and eating snacks, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, my wife took me to one of her friends' parties, and I get there. This little kid comes up. He's like, "It's my birthday," and I'm like, "Well, nobody told me," so I gave him $20. I go inside and I told the ma, I didn't know his birthday, and she said, "It's not his birthday."
You got played, Chip. You got played.
And I told her, she said, "He's never done that before." I said, "Damn, he must have read me like a book, man." So
he must have heard I was in Privilege Club.
Books are good, man. Always read a good book.
So millions, you migrating to Ciudad de Mexico this year?
Possibly a little later in the year. Yeah, we got back in December, so we're here for a bit. We've got a bit to sort out with our properties, and we've got a bit to sort out with business and stuff. So when things are a little clearer, we may venture back for a bit. Yeah, we've got a few things to sell. Like we've got like a camper van, and it's like a full professional piece of kit. It's worth like, I don't know, in dollar terms, sort of 40 grand's worth, and it's just sitting there. We've outgrown it. Obviously, we've got the little man now. So where it used to be me, Mrs. Millions, and Mr. Wookham's obviously doing the tours, we don't have. By the time we've had another seat put in, it's going to take. We're just going to sell it. We have to get rid of it. But it's proving harder than we thought it was going to be to sell because I think a lot of people in the UK are just broke. It's the second hardest country to live in. Apparently, the latest update is only New Zealand is harder than the UK in terms of what people earn to what percentage goes on their mortgage or rent and bills, and what they have left. So UK is kind of broke. So it's taken a bit longer to sell the van. It's stuff that we have to do while we're in the UK. We can't do that from Mexico. So we need to clear the decks here, and maybe we'll do an extended trip maybe towards the end of the year.
Have you followed David's Hustle? He's a YouTuber. He's doing BitNest. I think it's fairly new, but he's been doing some really good BitNest videos. And he did a real good one the other night. I liked it because people are always telling me your videos are too long because they're like 45 minutes. And he did one that was an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, hey man,
Yeah.
this one longer
Yeah.
than mine. But he elaborated a lot on the economy in the UK and how hard it was. So.
Yeah, it's been stagnant for 15 years. There's been no wage increase, really mean wage increase for almost 15 years now. It's very, very stagnant. Yeah, it's not and they're really coming down on crypto, really pressuring it, really crushing it. So it's not ideal for the entrepreneurial type here. And obviously the weather's generally crap, and it's harder to be positive and happy, I think, for a lot of people. But yeah, I definitely do miss Mexico. I miss the warmth that we get there. We'll be walking down the street as a family. You can't walk more than 20 yards without someone wanting to stop and talk, and it's like so much warmth there. And a lot of people from the UK have never been to Mexico, because I think it's a bit more common if you're American to go there, because
Absolutely.
it's sort of, it's very close for you guys. And people look at you as if you're crazy. You go to Mexico? It's like, are you insane? Like, are you not scared? It's like, wow, like you guys watch too much TV. I know, look, I get it. Every country's got their issues and their problem areas, but have you seen London lately? Like, it's stab city, it's stab central of the world. So, it does make me laugh a little bit. But yeah, we as a family get a lot of warmth out there, and I feel very, very, very welcome and very at home there for sure.
Well, my
What
wife.
part of Mexico?
Well, we've travelled all over. Our honeymoon was actually in Mexico, and we ended up traveling for a month, and we went back for another 4 or 5 months after that. And we love Mexico City. It's my wife and I's favorite city in the world. But we have been all up and down the West Coast. Zihuatanejo, we've got friends there. We've got friends in Acapulco, in Puerto Vallarta. We've been up the other side as well, Cozumel and Yucatan, and everywhere. It's a very vast and beautiful country for sure.
Yeah, my wife is from Juarez, or Juarez, some people say.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to be one of the most dangerous cities, in the world. But I love going there. I love, it's got some great parts. But we did go to Mexico City, I think 3 years ago, and I was amazed at how, it's bigger than New York, supposedly, but it's so, the city part is so clean and smells good, and I didn't see one roach or one rat. Versus if you go to, New York, the whole city's just taken over by them, and you see those people in those. I think they're like yellow, greenish uniforms.
Yeah,
that clean. They're like, you see them 24/7.
Yeah,
cleaning, sweeping, leaf. Clean. It's just amazing the effort they put into keeping that place so beautiful. The only downside is if you attempt to drive over there. Now that's like combat driving, man.
Yeah, I passed on the driving there. Uber everywhere. It's so cheap and so available. We take a trip a mile or two, and it's like less than $2. It's insane. You can just get an Uber from anywhere, and we're just like, why would we bother driving out here?
Yeah, my brother-in-law wanted to rent a car, and man, it was so stressful because the GPS, the roads have changed. The GPS didn't match the current infrastructure, and then if you leave an inch between you and another car, somebody's going to try to cut in. So you learn how to ride somebody's tail, touching their car, and then somebody will still pull up and touch your car, and then they'll just yell at you and go, "Migo, dame chance," give me a chance. And you're like, well, I don't have a choice because you already got your headlight pressed up against my headlight, so go ahead.
I find that people are so chill until they're driving. That's when things get aggressive. But everywhere else, everyone's just so super chill. But on the roads, there's a whole different thing. It's war out there.
Yeah.
Same way leaving church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Our church parking lot. Boy, we're all in church praying and loving each other and giving each other peace. Boy, you get in the parking lot to leave church, people are honking, flipping people off. What the hell?
Look what Mike says. He says, I can confirm New York is dirty as hell.
Yeah.
And he says, I drive every day in the Bronx, New York, close to bumper cars without hitting each other. I wanted to respond to RRCC. He says he joined up under me, and the people explain the sign up while clicking. Hold on a second. His first question was, here we go. I signed up under you, Blue Trip. Tried to contact you on the TG, but what I want to know is why those I signed up, only a few show up as participants. I found out I guess that means me, I have to go through my wallet browser. I've never heard that one, but I'll definitely inquire. And
Oh, I understand what he's saying, Chip.
Okay.
What happens is when they follow the link, it will default them to like Safari or Chrome, and whatever crypto wallet they use. If they're doing it on their phone, they need to copy and paste that link into, like, say, if you have MetaMask, you need to go to your browser in MetaMask and copy and paste it there to get properly signed up.
see, that's my boy, man. What I tell you, man, he's got my back. Got my back. Let's see.
Gotcha, sir.
I guess that. And the
So
rest
Peter,
of
explain that again. So if you're on a laptop and you put in the link, no issues. But if you're on a phone, it's different.
Yeah, if you're on a laptop and you have the actual extension installed, what you do is paste the referral link. All four of us have unique referral links. And what you do is you paste it into your browser, the one that has your wallet extension installed. And then what happened is on the mobile device, if you use Rabby, if you use MetaMask, whatever it is, you have to paste that referral link into the browser tab of your actual wallet app. That's what you have to do. Michael Dwyer actually taught me a strategy. So what I always do is, what I do is you tell somebody, hey, I'm gonna send you $5 here. Take this referral link, paste it into your browser, and put this $5 in, and then you got them locked in. I mean, it's like, here's $5. Go ahead and test the loop out that way. And in that way, you're actually providing them a service by helping them get signed up, and then you've got them locked in as well, and you've got that assurance as well.
RRCC, does that answer your question? If not, let us know so we can get it fixed for you.
Yeah, I can go ahead and tell you what happens is if he's doing it on a smartphone, it's going to take him to the Safari browser. But copy and paste is the whole key to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you say it takes you to a Safari browser?
Because because what happens is you cannot set MetaMask as your default browser on a smart device. It only goes to like a Safari, a Chrome, or something like that. So if you tap on a link, like say if I texted you the referral link, it's going to take me to Safari.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it works that way.
Hey,
Regardless
Tommy,
if you have Chrome or Apple,
it does
it's
not
gonna take
matter.
Safari.
You have to copy and paste.
Okay.
that'd be a good video for you, Tom. Make another account, use your phone, and do a video on all that.
Big T, I put it out there.
Yep.
You got to have us as a guest. You got to have
See,
the
man,
secret agent too.
I be delegating and shit, boy.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, look at Chip. I mean, Chip is a rock star. I was
Man, get
behind
outta
the
here.
scenes. I was telling him this the other day. I was behind the scenes. I had my money. I didn't need to get on all those lives with Danny and And now Chip's a freaking rock star because he was on all those lives.
No, millions of
Now I got to pull myself up by the bootstraps, do a bunch of lives, try to play catch up.
See, I'm like the comedian doing those $25 night gigs at the Lava Lounge. Millions He's doing those $100,000 gigs like in Vegas and stuff. He's big time, man. He's got
Oh yeah.
That's right.
He's got Stunner and everybody following him, man.
Woo!
He's
It's
famous.
your boy. Stunner, if you out there, give me a shout, man.
Stunner Breezer.
Show us some love.
Absolutely. You guys are all invited on my first live when I go live, if I'm still alive.
Oh, hey, man. May go live again on Sunday just to talk about all this. Yeah, Sunday I'm going to start talking about the 2 projects I'm in. Both of them, man, just a beast on passive income. You just can't beat either one of them. I mean, with this, and I'm telling you, I have been, when I was in the other project that's paused, and I'm not even going to say it, I was using revenue from it to DCA and other projects, and I found the solution again. So I'm good.
Yeah, diversification
That's awesome.
is key. I think if you haven't learned that already, I think diversification is absolutely key. I mean, even with the paused protocol that we're not going to mention, as painful as that is, there was a lot of diversification that took place because of that. Which will reap results going forward anyway. So, but yeah, definitely diversification for sure.
Yeah,
is the way forward. I like to take some stuff out of high risk if I make money in high risk and put it in low risk and put it in medium risk and keep some in the high risk. I don't like to fly in the seat of my pants too much.
But I can tell you this, and over the last month, I've learned to categorize medium and high risk, and part of high risk now is human intervention required. And this entire discussion today does not require human intervention. That's a big deal. I mean, that's an extremely big deal.
Yeah, humans are intrinsically flawed, and some more than others. And when you're dealing with money and lots of money, unfortunately, some people are, very corruptible, and it only takes one bad egg in the basket, to really cause a lot of people a lot of problems. So if you're relying on one human, if you're relying on 10 humans, you've still got the same problem. So something that comes along where it's like, no, it's just you and the machine. It's you and the smart contract. It's immutable. It can't be changed. No one can amend it. There's no back doors. This is the route in. You can follow it. Then, you're going to get my interest with that for sure.
Well, I can tell you this, as far as human intervention is required, is only if I know who the developer is and know what type of person that they are. That's the only way I'm going to get involved. And I'm not. I mean, I've only put my face on a few things, so I mean, they've got to be an absolute slam good dev to get involved. So I mean, that's. And millions, you know who I'm talking about too. Aaron, props to you, sir.
For sure. He's a hard worker, man. He puts the hours in, and he's done a great job with Book for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with these type of projects, obviously, there's got to be more like it out there. So once I'm hoping to meet my first immediate goal in BITNEST month and a half, 2 at the most, and then start looking for something similar and diversifying out like that. Kind of looking at it, if you look back on the projects we don't want to mention, and correct me if I'm wrong, but basically all the devs or owners of those projects did was find a utility, partner with that utility, and then, like you said, somewhere in the mix, a human factor came into play and caused the house of cards to fall, so to speak. So what's different? Here we are. We can do the same thing, but with the blockchain, or with the project that's on the blockchain. No human intervention. You could build your own team. You could build your own community. And not to mention having others that the communities you're in now, I mean, we've got all the support we need. And another shout out to Mike, man. He's, he posted some heavy stuff in the TG today. I need to go through, and but he's constantly. If you haven't seen the video he did, or the live Zoom that he did 2 weeks ago, I believe, 2 or 3, he went into depth on tracking through the BSC smart chain into Pancake Swap, and it got to where you really couldn't track the money once it got into Pancake Swap, but he was able to elaborate on all the different facets of the whole ecosystem of Pancake Swap where they use our money, and it was a real awesome video. Make you feel a lot better about this
and
project.
he took us to an awesome site. It's called Arcan. I think it was AARCAN.
Yes.
And it shows you the money in Pancake. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of beef there. Second largest DEX in all of crypto.
Well, I can tell you this, and this is something that Aaron says a lot. Code is law, and with this, I mean, it's code doing the work. But again, I mean, we've really got to protect ourselves these days, and you just got to be involved in projects to where you really know who you're dealing with and how transparent they are. I mean, if somebody is fully transparent, or if it's like you guys talk about code that's automated, I mean, I don't really know how to describe it after that. I mean, millions. What you think?
Yeah, I think I think we're definitely in a place now where so many things have happened in DeFi, and again, a lot of money's been made, money's been lost, and to see an avenue open up that doesn't you don't need to well, I don't know the word trust, but you don't need to trust. You can verify, because you can literally track everything from the point of deposit. So that's just opened up a whole new level for me personally. And I would say don't copy what I do. I don't want anyone to ever copy me. I just like to talk about crypto. I like to talk about DeFi, and if people can get some research material from the things I talk about, then great. But I don't ever want anyone to copy me. I want to give the information as a seed for people to go and research that for themselves. And for me, I don't have to trust anyone in particular for this particular protocol. I can just trust the blockchain. It's a very different feeling. And another thing I did mention in the video as well is that if someone comes into this and they have confidence in it, and they do the research and they can track everything and they can show other people how to track stuff, if they're a total newbie to making money online, they can not only make money online by investing technically in this smart contract, which utilizes Pancake Swap, but they can build a business around it if they want to, inviting other people, providing some value for other people who might want to join up under them, and because the referral scheme is there, it's not a hidden thing. It's very open and available. And something we've not mentioned yet, I don't think, on this stream, is that all the payments are made on the front end. So if the liquidity wasn't there to make the loop, to either get your returns or to pay a downline, you wouldn't be able to put the loop in. So if you can make a loop, the funds are there. It's already predetermined, it's pre-calculated. So that's another area of confidence that I had when I put that loop in. I knew that, one, I was going to get paid, and two, I would, whoever's account I've joined up under is going to benefit from that as well. It's already predetermined. So it's not something I've seen before personally. I don't know if this sort of thing exists elsewhere, but it's a new one for me. So that's why I've been quite excited to do the research and start to do some content on it.
Yeah, in reference to that millions, they call that loop gate. those loop gates, they open and they shut. When the liquidity is there to pay out profits, the loop gate is open. And if the liquidity isn't there, the smart contract shuts the gate and nobody can enter a loop. And all loops that
Froze up.
Big T's gonna keep you in suspense.
It always cuts out when he's going to get to a really the best point.
And the funniest part about it is he doesn't even know that he did that.
Big T, you're gonna have to repeat that. You're gonna have to repeat it. You froze up during the real meaty part. We never got to hear.
You got to the best part and you went.
Where'd I end at?
You said, and the best part is, and then that was it.
Okay. Yeah, that was on purpose.
See?
All right, drum roll. No, the best part is the fact that the loop won't let you enter a circulation if there's no liquidity, and you get your principal back even if the loop gates have shut and you're in a loop, you're getting your principal back. So it's phenomenal.
And another thing to mention as well, again, I'm just remembering things as we go along. I'm warming up now. We've got the front end website, obviously, that we interact with, the Bitnest front end. That's just the front end. So everything else after that is still active. So if that website went down, if you put in a loop and you had a 28-day loop or whatever, and you're expecting your 24%, but that website happened to go down for whatever reason, everything is automated. The smart contracts are still running. So you're still going to get your funds back at the end of that 28 days because the front end is just that. It's just to allow us to interact with the smart contracts, basically.
Man, those are the things that made me feel better and better, and looking more towards this as a good core part of my portfolio, replacing the other project I was dependent on. And man, I love the dialogue that's going on here. There's some other dialogue I wanted to cover real quick. S-Tech had asked, why does a dev relinquish the keys on Bitnest? And then I was going to respond, but Mike responded, and I was going to say the same thing.
Sure you were.
Renouncing a smart contract means the creator or owner gives up all control, administrative privileges over the contract, usually by transferring ownership to a dead or inaccessible address. And then S-Tech, he said, I understand. Is that his motive? And Mike responds, the reasons for this would be immutability, security, trust, transparency, preventing rug pulls, community confidence, long-term viability, and automation decentralization. And which to me, I can only say a reason I'd want to do it is I'm still going to make my money if I know the mechanics of my project are flawless. But to make it perfectly flawless, I'm going to relinquish my keys, let the blockchain run it, provide the security, and have a flawless bookkeeping system with no human beings hacking it or being able to, or an employee or whatever, being able to bleed the funds out via phishing wallets or whatever they use. So, I mean, that would be my reasons. And I would assume maybe the owner, for all these reasons Mike just listed, is more than likely why he did it. And hell, man, you don't even have the burden or the responsibility if something did happen anymore. It's on the blockchain, man. Smart from where I sit. I don't know if you guys agree with me.
And you don't get people coming on live streams and going, "Hey, Danny, you gonna feed the monkeys?"
Well, that I do notice, there's a lot of live streams in Bitnest, but it's just there's so much to cover, as far as, the transparency, the security. How are they doing this? How are they doing this? And what, I want to feel good about this project so I can start putting my head down and moving forward, and not just to have happened what has happened to me and those other projects. And, I'm finding right now people aren't too.
Millions, can you hear him?
No, you've cut out, Chip. I can't hear you, brother.
Lost you, Chip.
You muted yourself, sir.
Those gremlins have jumped from my computer to Chip's computer, I think.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
It's that South Carolina infrastructure. Don't ever go to South Carolina, Millions.
Hey, Drip, I'm gonna hijack your stream, man. You have to convert to sign language, sir.
Don't worry. Yeah.
So Millions. Now that we officially hijacked his stream, what do you want to talk about now? Oh, look, we can really talk about it now.
We can start getting some conspiracy theories, and let's start really breaking it down.
Have you guys ever heard this about blue chip? Let's all put up our referral links right now.
There we go. No, seriously, guys. Long story short on this. This is. Oh, there he is. Don't say nothing. No, you're muted, man.
Still muted, brother.
Hey, but while he's trying to figure that out, seriously though, this is just an unbelievable tool to be able to just build wealth, DCA in the projects. Millions, I'm going to be curious to hear your thoughts on once you start digging into the savings box. It is your partner dashboard. What is it still under review?
I haven't checked yet, actually. Yeah, I jumped straight on the stream, just getting millions down for bed, so I've not had time to have a look. But I'll check once the stream's done, and I'll check in the next video. I can talk about that.
On the site, you'll actually see you'll see another box that'll show up on the professional dashboard. It'll say savings. And that's apparently something they're about to release. Big T, tell me about that.
I am unfamiliar with it because I'm in the same boat as Millions. I am under review for my partnership.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, it's called Bit Savings, and it's got the whole referral thing. Something else that was really, really neat is you can't just join and float a referral link out there and hope to make it. You actually have to be invested into the protocol, especially to the higher layers. So it's basically $100 a generation. Chip, did you get it figured out?
Nope.
Can't hear you.
So $100 invested in what?
Yeah, so like first generation, if you only want to go one generation down, you got to keep $100 circulating. As a matter of fact, I'll read it off.
It's $100 per generation, right? Is that how it works?
Let's see. I think so. Let's see.
We're talking about BitNest Loop, right?
Correct.
The generations.
But also it works the same way on the actual savings.
BitNest savings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on this, for the first generation, you have to have 100 USDT in circulation, and then you get the 20%. But then in your second generation, if you want to have two downlines, you have to keep circulating 200 USDT in whatever combination of loops or savings boxes you want to do. And when I say savings box or loop, that's two separate areas that you got to have the amount of funds circulating. And then
so 200 in a loop and 200 in a box.
But not
Savings
200
box.
in, not 200 in a loop, 200 in circulation. It could be a combination of loops. There you are.
Oh, there he is.
You guys heard me?
We heard you now.
Good.
Can you hear us?
Continue. Yes, continue, sir.
We can't hear you again. No, I'm just joking. So Chip, what we were talking about, see, look, he posed in right in progress. So Chip, what we were talking about, just to give some people an idea, is about the amount that you got to have in circulation on the loops. So listen, guys, this is a 17-layer referral system. So on the first generation, if you're only going to refer to your friends, you've got to have $100 in circulation. And then if you want to go 2 levels down, not one loop, but you could have a combination of loops, you that's the longest Chip silence. Look at him, and he's even holding still. See right there? So
yep.
Yeah. So let's see. And then on generations 3 through 7, you've got to have so you would have to have to be eligible for 3 generations, you got to have 300. And yes, Big T, you did say it correctly, and I apologize. You do have
actually
to have,
millions said it. $100 per generation.
Yeah, $100 per generation. So really and truly, to take advantage of the entire referral system, you got to keep 1,700 in some form or fashion circulating through. And then if you go over to the savings box, and if you go down to the tab that says commission rules, it basically reads out the same thing. It's $100 for the first generation, and then 200 for the second, and then 3 through 7. Yeah, so it's on either side. It's $100 per level to be eligible for it.
And just to be clear, again, you can't just be in one and be eligible for both. You'd have to have up to, if you want all 17 generations, 1,700 in BitNest Loop to be getting those generations, and 1,700 in BitNest Savings Box in order to get those generations.
Yeah. So and the thing of it is in all of this, and there's been some really good discussions about this. Some people have said, I'm going to put money in and just get to it in 28 days. And there's some people, for a variety of reasons, go, I want to put it in, I want to divide it up and portion it out in 28 days. Because some people say, I want to have the option to have access to cash every day. But, and you can earn, and also, but that's where the savings box also comes into play as well. So, I mean, there's so many ways to spend this.
Yeah, I'm personally definitely going to be making a use of all of the tools on there going forward. I mean, the idea of getting 0.4% per day with 0 lockup is extremely enticing.
Zero.
Yeah.
And that's
I tried it with $10. I put it in. I waited 24 hours until the rewards came in. Took it straight out. It worked like a charm.
Yeah.
And if you do the math, 0.4 times, I think it's 30 days, is 12%. So if you leave it in the whole month and you have instant access to your cash, you're still making 12%. Yeah, we all want that 24%. Of course, the greed kicks in. We love that. We're going to take advantage of that as much as possible. But for having the opportunity to have instant access to your cash at all times, and still make 12% in 30 days, it's not possible in the fiat world.
No. I think 1 minute. My wife's just seeing if I've walked Mr. Wookham's. The answer is no, not this evening. But he'll get a walk after this. But yeah, a lot of people, as we were saying earlier on, with the whole PTSD of locking funds and not ever being able to get them back, I think the idea of the savings box will be very appealing to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Who will probably do that first before even doing any loops, just because you can get 0.4% a day on a stable coin without having to, have it out of your reach for any particular amount of time. So I think that will be really, really popular when people start hearing about that. I'm going to focus a bit more on that in my next video as well. I did kind of go over it a little bit, but the idea of a zero lockup on a 0.4% a day and still traceable, you can still track it. It's fantastic.
And to your point earlier, Peter, me and my brother talked about that same strategy. Whereas if, God forbid, some type of hack or whatever, they get through the armor, whatever, our goal is to have 3 to 4 stakes a week. So let's say it goes down in the middle of the month. You still at least got paid out the first half of the month before the thing went down, which again, we just can't find how it's going to happen. But we just like that, having accessible cash on a daily basis and deciding, do I want to take that cash and spend it today, or do I just reloop it?
Yeah. And see, that's my personal strategy. That's to keep it simple.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do, because I'm telling you, man, every day, I mean, I've got money I can pull from a couple of different projects, and millions always drives us home. And so does everybody else in this that has their head screwed on right. They tell you diversify. And I mean, this is not the only project I'm in. I mean, but I can tell you this, it's only quality stuff. And it's, man, it's either no human intervention, or I personally communicate with who it is that's in it. And that's it, man. This is too easy to strategize with. And I personally like the fact of having cash and have the option every day of what I can do with it. And I like the 24%, and that what is it, 0.895, wasn't it millions, wasn't it 0.895% a day, something like that?
0.857, I think. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. And that's what I want every day. And to do that, you just split your money up in 28 loops. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, I like to have a lot going on, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And what
if you put say for example you put 1,000 in and you're making around 240 a month, or I say a month, it's actually less than a month, every 28 days, you'd only need to put that round 4 times in order to get your money back, and then just play just with house money if you wanted to do that way.
Correct. Yes.
If you wanted to get to house money as quickly as possible, just do four loops with $1,000 and you'll pretty much make your $1,000. Then you just play with the house $1,000 and put the 1,000 back in your ISA or whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
So, the other thing as well, there will be people. I mean, I've got a lot of my wife and I've got friends who live in different parts of Mexico and also Southeast Asia, and their monthly rent is $250 a month on a nice place. So technically, with $1,000, they could pay for their monthly rent if they just wanted to use it just for that. Just have it as a lifestyle thing. Put 1,000 in, take $240 a month, pay for their rent and bills, and whatever else they invest on top of that is extra.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right.
A lot of strategies, a lot of upcoming discussions, man. A lot of ways to spend this. So many good ways.
I love your new voice, Chip. Just sounds beautiful.
Can you guys? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't hear you anymore.
You can't?
No, I'm just joking.
I was just looking at RCC here, saying we should learn how to access the smart contract if the website got hacked, so we can withdraw out of the savings box, because the savings box doesn't automatically put it in your MetaMask like the loop. You have to withdraw it. That's a good point.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I'm
I've
have to
the only
ask
time
Mike on that one.
the only time I've ever done anything like that is with SwapX, when SwapX were having a few issues with a website update. To do the votes, we had to vote via the contract. So I've only got a little bit of experience with that. So it'd be good to know how to do that for sure. I think that's a really good question.
Well, I can tell you this. I'm not a person that's going to be interacting with a contract. So that's why on the loop side, when I know, I mean, if the website goes down and it's going to show up anyways because it's on a smart contract, I'm good. That's just me personally.
Mike said he's going to check that out on the contracts. Great point. Cool.
Yeah, Chip,
Outside
do
of
that
what we
research and get back to us on that, will you?
Be glad to. Absolutely. So, anything
got a little wax
extra
in
you
his
guys
ear.
want to talk about outside of what we discussed?
Well, I'm going to be doing a demo of the other project that I'm in on Sunday. I mean, it's off topic of this. It's right there. So,
Okay, cool.
And that's another passive income machine that Millions and I are both in. There's no referral fees. So, I mean, there's no. We originally called it a meme token. It's actually become a utility token because there's two passive income streams on it. Do you mind if I share the screen for a second? I'll see. I'll share this real quick if you're cool with it. All right, guys. So Bitnest is good. Here's another passive income machine. This is called Book USD. This is a token on the BNB blockchain. If anybody wants to follow along, it's bookusd.com. And the token is currently valued at approximately it's just under 4 cents. And what you can do, guys, you can buy Book token. You can deposit it into Book USD. You can actually borrow a stable coin that's called BUD. It stays right around $1. And you can actually put it in this stability pool here. And right now it pays 197.6 APR. And it pays out on an emission schedule for 3 straight years, bus token. So ever since around 7 o'clock this morning, I've earned 110 bus token, which is about $24.86 so far. I'll run that till tomorrow morning. And then what happens is I can collect this and stake it down here. And if you notice, I'm earning BUD token down here as well. Well, it's millions. Wouldn't we call this kind of a trifecta flywheel, to where you earn in a couple of different directions off each one? How would you word it?
Yeah, I think a flywheel is reasonable. I think the fact that you're not having to sell any of the assets to monetize them is great. So I was in Book from the pre-sale, so I've been in literally since day one, and it's been a fantastic ride up. And also now to be able to deposit that into the collateral, borrow against it. Again, I've not sold my Book. I'm just leveraging it for the BUD token. Then I can keep the BUD token in my stability pool. So if I ever want to pay back the loan, I've got the stable coin there to do it if I want to do that. And from that, I'm earning the emissions token, the bus token. So that's paying out really, really nicely. So you can just basically print money without having to sell anything. So that's what I really like about it. And if the price goes down a bit and you want to pay back some of the loan to increase your collateral ratio, you can do that really easily. And when the price of Book goes up, you obviously have way more borrowing power, so you can borrow out even more, put it in the stability pool. Kind of, as long as you're managing it properly, it's very low risk, because if you decided you wanted to pay the loan back and just exit with your book, you can do that straight away if you've got it in the stability pool. And I'm just obviously making money off of the bus token that I'm earning from the staking. So yeah, I'm having a great time in the book USD protocol for sure.
Yeah, and on this Chip, what you can do is you literally can borrow against book in this up here. This is the first like if I wanted to borrow another 1,000 stable coin against my collateral, I could, like, say if I wanted to go up to 13,000, see, it reduces my collateral ratio right here, and then I would hit submit changes, and then that would show up up here in BUD, and I could do several things with it. I could take that BUD, convert it to USDC, and put it into BitNest. But what we recommend is to put it down here in the stability pool, because there's a couple of mechanisms that are in place to where, like, if liquidations occur or things of that nature, you can actually put your money here and earn book token from liquidations. And then down here, this is a really good pool to be in, because what happens is in the protocol, when you borrow, you're charged a 4% borrow fee. Well, where does that money go? That money goes to the people who actually are in the bus staking pool. So there's another wave of investors that we're expecting to come in. We're at 232 troves, and the protocol collateral ratio is 312.34%. And people just take out here and there. But on this, what's really phenomenal is a healthy protocol collateral ratio is 200. So you can see this is a highly solvent platform. Millions and I have had a saying, we call it the chart laughs in book. There's been $30,000 sales, and the community just gobbles the dip up almost immediately. Let me see if I can pull the chart up quickly for you on here. So in this platform, what's really, really nice about it is on here. So there was a sale here in this area right here yesterday, and when I tell you the community gobbled it up, I mean millions. How quick did they gobble it up, man?
It was lightning fast. It was so fast that I actually missed the dip. It's by the time I'd sort of looked at my phone and whatever, it was already on the way back up again. So
yeah,
I missed that one, unfortunately.
And Chip, I'm going to steal one of your catchphrases. Add a leg to your stool. This is another leg that you can add to the stool. So that is it's really and truly it. That's it's really and truly it. It's a great passive income platform, and it's really it, man. It's a great platform to interact with. Great passive income. Great project.
Yeah, there's still some good stuff out there for sure. I think Chip's gone muted again.
Did you mean
Chip?
See, we can talk about him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lovely to have something like to BitNest to add to the portfolio on this side of things. I do love stuff that prints stable coins, I've got to say.
Yes, absolutely.
I like things that just print money. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I like it's nice to have something on those lines back in play again, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good. So I'm definitely going to be delving deeper and deeper into this one, I think, and I'm looking forward to doing another video on this and expanding on a few different areas. So I hope we get that done this week.
Oh yeah.
Well, cool, guys. I think I am checking out. Wife just pulled up. It was awesome hanging out with you guys.
Likewise, brother.
Definitely got to do another one.
Absolutely. Chip, you good over there?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
There you are. I can hear
You
you.
guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
back,
can hear
mate.
you.
Cool. So you guys about ready to call it?
Let's call
Yep,
it, sir.
I just did.
Well, man, I want to thank everybody for watching. Want to thank Drip Millions, Big T, and Peter for coming on and backing me up, bailing me out. It's been awesome. And anything you guys want to say before we close out?
Hey, no human intervention needed. Smart
Money,
contract.
money,
And
money.
Millions
Sure.
has a fresh shave.
Of course, every time, man, every time, nice and smooth. But I would just say to everyone, you know, if you're interested in this, do the research, look into it, see what you find. You know, use all the resources out there, and it'd be great to know what everyone thinks. But yeah, I'm excited about the future of BitNest for sure.
And we've got some good research videos out there. So
There sure is. Yeah.
just check out any of our channels. Millions, Peter, Arborist, Blue Chip, and Income Creation Club for Big T.
Well, folks, thank you for tuning in today. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to play my outro here. This is Blue Chip Drip out of here. Best we caught a song.